guys, if you're looking to support the LocsNLoad YouTube channel, I would like for you guys to go to LocsNLoadFirearms.com and support the channel that way by purchasing a t-shirt or one of the other merches on there. If you're looking to support the Wagunda Nation store, go to wagundanation.net and pick up a patch, a hat, or a t-shirt again from one of our Teespring stores on the site. If you're looking to get firearm instruction for me, LocsNLoadFirearmInstruction.com. If you also want to know about certain things before you buy it, LocsNLoad consultation service on that same website will get you right. If you also want to support the LocsNLoad Firearm channel, go to Patreon, become a member. $1 gets you in, $5 gets you more access, $10 gets you all that, plus help support the channel. So guys, get in there, rock it out. LocsNLoad out. What up, y'all? LocsNLoad Firearm reviews here today. Today, guys, I got an awesome review coming from Brownells.com. Now, I did a review on this particular item a while ago last year before all the COVID madness happened. And so that kind of slowed my review process on the after review, because I did a first shots review on it. And now I want to do an after action review after I put some rounds to it, tested it, you know, did what I felt like I needed to really get a good feel for this product. All right, and so I'm happy to bring to you the Brownells Brn-180 upper review. All right, y'all, welcome back. So this is the Brownells Brn-180S. This is the Gen 1 version. They have a Gen 2 version out now. Pretty much just the same thing, just a few key differences between the Gen 2 and the Gen 1 version. All right, so starting typical Navy fashion, we're gonna start tip to butt. Now I can say that because I was in the Navy. All right, so coming up front here, we have a 3-prong flash hider, right? And so this flash hider allows us to fire off, well, for the most part, fire off this short 10.5-inch AR pistol and have some flash mitigation, or flash suppression, and then
recording. It's your barrel you use for that, so that's using. It's just fucking loud, boy.
Then if you look at it, it has, you know, the 2 short prongs up here, and it's got the long wide flat prong on the bottom. And that's so when you're shooting on a prone position close to the ground, you're not kicking up dirt and dust and giving away your position to whoever you're engaging. And so that's what this long wide prong at the bottom is for. Now, like I said, it's a flash hider. Now, if this was a 16-inch, which I've had before, it does a great job. Now, as far with the 10.5, you know, when you shorten down these barrels to a, like 10.5, 11.5, or shorter, you're still gonna get muzzle flash. You still have a lot of unburnt powder in this short barrel that's not getting burnt up, and so it gets burnt up as it exits the barrel, and it gives off that muzzle flash. So there's not really much you can do to mitigate that, but this flash hider does help somewhat. You know, a lot better than the muzzle brake, because I've had those before, and those are flash magnifiers at night. All right, so that's the muzzle device, and it's sitting on 1/2 by 28 threads. So if you want to take this muzzle device off and swap it out with, let's say, like a YHM muzzle device, so you can put a suppressor on here, you can do so. So it's compatible with all the other muzzle devices for an AR-15 out there on the market. So you go right, clear that corner, then you go along with this.
Yep, like I said, point man always dictates where the second man goes. All right.
Squeeze when you're ready.
Yep, hand on his, yep. Yep. So on that. Yep. So on that point, right? What you're gonna do is when he says doorway, you know, he's got a doorway to the left. You're gonna immediately sweep around. You're gonna come that way. There you go. Yep. Gun at the high ready.
Clear. Clear. All right, next you have a 223 wild barrel. So it's a 10.5 223 wild 1-in-8 twist made of 4150 carbon steel, extra hard carbon steel. 1-in-8 twist, and so far it's shown decent accuracy. It's not the most accurate thing in the world, but you can definitely get between 1 and 2 MOA. So definitely fighting pistol, rifle, whatever you want to call it, capable. So definitely not going to be drilling sub MOA holes unless you probably get like some match ammo. Again, with the COVID going on, I am not using match ammo. I'm using either steel case or Monarch lacquer coated ammo, or American Eagle. So, but even with those, I was still able to get under 2 MOA accuracy consistently. So the barrel is great, accurate to where I want it to be, and oh yeah, it's also a button rifle bore. I want to make sure I get that out. All right, so that is the barrel. Now, the thing about this particular upper that makes it special is the gas system. So this whole Brn-180 is a ode or paying homage to the old AR-180 design back in the day. Talk to certain people, they say the AR-180 design is better than the AR-15 design or M16 design that they went with, that the military went with. So this gas system up here is a short stroke gas piston system. Very reliable system. It's good at keeping all the dirt, carbon, and crud out of the receiver and the action of your firearm, which can lead to malfunctions, because all the action is happening up here and not back in here like on an AR-15. And at the same time, since all the action is happening up here, you can honestly fire hundreds of rounds and then just take out your bolt carrier system because it's cool. It's not hot. All that hot heat is going on up here, not back here. So it keeps your system clean, keeps it cool, and it's a very reliable system, especially if you're going to be needing it to put in some work. So if you guys have like AKs, then you know about this the piston system and how reliable it is. So yeah, it's not a con, but I'm just letting you guys know that with the piston system, it's a sharper feeling recoil. Not that it's a harder or a heavier recoil, it just feels sharper.
All right, recording.
Brn-180. Almost like an AR is more of like a push, but with this it's more of a and so not that it throws you off target or anything. You can still maintain, rapid fire and having your rounds, lay on target. So you can still do that. It's just you probably have to hold it just a tad bit tighter than the regular AR-15 because it has a different recoil impulse, I guess I should put. But besides that, once you get used to it, it feels just like a normal AR-15. You just have this little bolt coming back in the corner of your eye. But besides that, it honestly feels just like an AR-15, shoots like an AR, it's just as accurate as an AR. I believe it's more reliable than an AR though. That's a pro about this thing, is that I feel like it's more reliable than like a gas system AR-15. Alright, so that was the gas system. Alright, so next, yeah, it's adjustable gas system. I'm getting ahead of myself. So it's also adjustable gas system. So as you can see here, you have like a flathead or something to get in there, and you can turn it. You can turn it from an unsuppressed to a suppressed setting. Yes, the gun's unloaded. So if you're shooting suppressed and you don't want that blowback in your face, you go ahead, switch up the gas settings so you can hit it here. Or if I didn't have this light here, there's a little hole on the top of the rail. You can, swap it if you need to, and it lets you know what setting you're on. S for suppressed and U for unsuppressed. All right, next is the handguard. All right, this is, I believe, the Gen 1 handguard, because the Gen 2 handguards have a little set screw here to take down the handguard, where here is this little tab you got to pull down on to take off the handguard. The handguard is made of a 7075 T6 aluminum and is painted in a matte black finish, and it has M-LOK rails on here. M-LOK slots on here. Let's see. Yep. So this, like I said, Gen 1, Gen 2 has a set screw. The reason why I believe they went with the Gen 2, because with the Gen 1s, there is a little bit of, let's see, probably better do it this way. I don't know if you hear, but there's a little bit of slop in the handguard. Just like a tiny little hole where the handguard will kind of slop a little bit. Big deal? No. Still on very secure. It just has a little bit of slop to it. But with the new handguards, the Gen 2 handguards from Brownells, I believe they found a way to eliminate that little bit of wiggle in the handguard. The only downside to the handguard by Brownells and the Brn-180 is that they're proprietary. You can't just get like a BCM handguard and throw it on here. It's got to be one of the Brownells handguards that look just like this. So that does kind of limit your handguard options. At the same time, the handguard is still legit, so it's not a big deal to me. Bolt carrier.
That's why I want a can. It just sounds so different. All right.
2702. Standard block.
Like I said, once we're done with all this, I gotta sit down and write off.
Whoops.
All right, fire ready, bitch. Thomas, stop shooting that the damn silhouette.
You want to reface real quick?
Another thing that separates this from a standard AR-15, it has a self-contained bolt carrier. It sits on 2 guide rods, and it travels throughout. Like I said, everything's contained. You got the piston system, so you honestly do not need a buffer in here. So if you have like a folding brace, you can go ahead and throw it on here, and you don't need that buffer system like an AR-15 to shoot this system. The bolt itself is a multi-lug rotating bolt, so that helps in reliability and secure lockup when you're just trying to grab that round, either extract it or grab that round and chamber it. So, and you also got a polymer dust cover. As far as this handle here, this is just something part of the AR-180 when they first came out. So if you want to swap this, they have this type of standard charging handle that comes with the Brownells upper, and I think Brownells or some other company made another charging handle that doesn't sit up like this, because they were saying that this handle can interfere with certain optics that are sitting up here, and so they made a more just straight flush. Instead of sitting up, it just sits flush out, and you will have to modify this polymer dust cover a little bit, like just cut a little bit off of here so this can operate, and you'll be good to go. And then you don't have your bolt up here interfering with your optic if you have that problem. I don't have that problem, so I haven't swapped it out yet. All right, and so that is the upper from Brownells. As far as what else I got on here, Streamlight Tlr2, great light. I like how it sits at the 12 o'clock and it has a push button, 1000 lumens. BCM CAG grip, because it's a pistol. It's a 10.5, so I don't think it constitutes to be long enough for that 26-inch overall length. So I just put a fucking CAG grip on it, call it a day, works fine. Got my Sig Romeo 5X red dot. Had this red dot for like 3 years now. Thing's a tank, takes AAA batteries, so Hoo-yah. 40 round mag, because I use this for security, and so yeah. Got velocity precision single stage trigger, really like this trigger. Magpul pistol grip, and SB Tactical PDW brace. I like this brace a lot. And BCM, not BCM, Blue Force Gear Vickers Tactical Sling, padded sling. Like the sling a lot. All right. So now, guys, we're going to get into some of the categories. Got my little book here. Yeah, because I got to write shit down, bro. I'm getting old. And so I'm going to go through these 5 little categories and how I feel about the Brn-180 and how it feels and fits in those categories. Check it out and see the hits. Everybody want to see hits. Hopefully y'all can see that. There you go. So that's my point of aim, was the barcode, and as you can see, of course I'm gonna be hitting low with the my optic 0 at 50 yards. But as you see, I can print a nice small group with this rifle coming from Up Drills. All right. So reliability, very reliable. I do not think I have had an issue with this particular firearm. If anything, it may have been bad ammo, or I probably didn't have the mag seated in all the way, which is something that can happen. Because I know if you have like a 30 round AR mag and you put in an AR-15, you know, you have to slap it in there to really get it to seat. As far if you have a 30 round mag, it's just not gonna work in here. You're gonna have to either just manually put around the chamber and drop the bolt, and then put a 29 round mag in there, or just take a 29 round mag and just put it in there. But as far as seating a 30 round mag with the bolt forward, I don't think you can do that. I slapped the hell out of this thing trying to do it. It has not worked yet. I might just be weak as hell. That's also an option, but have not had that happen. So, you know, full 30 round, full 40 round mags on a closed bolt. No, if you want to put it in condition 3, not gonna happen. So take a round out, 29 rounds, you'll be good to go. But I know it's talking about reliability. Reliability is on point. This thing is built like a tank. It's a short stroke gas piston system. The bolt carrier is sitting on 2 guide rods and the multi-lug bolt. This thing is built like a tank, y'all, and this thing, it just puts rounds down range, which is why I still have it. It just works.
You're gonna have to.
Okay. Not the prettiest looking thing out there. I think it looks pretty cool, but it still functions superbly. What I will say though is that you see how I got rail panels all around it. You really are going to want to put rail panels on it, because for some reason when I shoot this, especially with a gloved hand, I always get like black marks all over my hand. So it's not that it hurts or anything, it's just saying you might want to put rail panels on here and save the coloration of your hands. All right, next, recoil. How is the recoil? Like I said, recoil feels fine, like a normal AR-15. Just feels a little bit sharp. looks like it's coming back a little bit harder than a standard AR-15, but in the grand scheme of things, when you really don't notice it. So besides that, recoil is fine. It feels pretty much just like an AR-15. It's not gonna throw you off, it's not gonna shock you, it's not gonna be like, oh my god, that's so completely different. LocsNLoad, what the hell are you talking about? So it's straight, you'll be fine. Just grip a little tighter and you'll be good. Accuracy's been on point. Furthest I have taken this, I believe I took this out to 421 yards at mostly fields, and that was with a red dot too. So I had the target out there and I had to aim, of course, above his head. It took like 2 or 3 shots before I finally hear like a tick, and I was like, oh shit, did I hit it? Like boom, like oh shit, boom, oh shit. And so being able to hit that with a red dot at 421 and a 10.5 at that, that's pretty good. I was happy. And so yeah, so accuracy besides that, under 2 MOA, you more notably like 1 MOA to 1.5 MOA, that's more so where it's at. Fine for me. This is not a precision sniper rifle, this is a CQB truck gun. It's a 10.5, so short, 100 yards and in, most notably. Especially as a civilian, 25 yards and in for civilian use, because you shoot somebody at 100 yards, you going to jail. So definitely within 25 yards for self-defense shooting, this is spot on. Loud, but spot on. All right, now aftermarket. All right, so for the most part, the aftermarket is fine. It just comes to certain parts of this firearm that makes it hard to get. Like the gas system, that's proprietary to Brownells. The handguard, proprietary. The bolt carrier and the bolt, proprietary to Brownells. So if something happened with those 3 items, if Brownells doesn't have it, you're kind of SOL, or you have to find a whole nother Brn-180 system and do it that way. Now for certain things, like if you want a muzzle device, or you want to put a light or a foregrip or pistol grip, triggers, optics, braces, stocks, all those are fine like a normal AR-15, so you don't have to fret about those. It's just the gas system, the handguard, and the bolt carrier, those are proprietary to Brownells, and you're not going to be able to really swap those out. Now Brownells does have a Brn-180 dedicated lower for this if you really want to go the extra mile for the 180 look. Besides that, as you can see here, I have a Poverty Pony lower, so it works on any mil-spec AR-15 lower, so you guys don't have to trip about that. Now another thing I do want to let you guys know is that it has like a mil-spec paddle. If you try to add a bad lever to this Brn-180, for some reason it does not function. Like the bolt will not drop the way it should be. It won't shoot. It'll fire 1 round and that's it. Like it won't let the gas system cycle. So for some reason, when you put a bad lever on this, it just doesn't work. So you take it off and it works perfectly fine. So what I think is something about that extra weight of the bad lever just holding the system open, so when it goes back, it locks back, it doesn't go forward. Why? Again, not a huge expert on it. I just kind of noticed that it will not go forward once it locks back. So bad levers on Brn-180s, no go. All right, besides that, aftermarket is fine besides those 3 proprietary parts. And now to the last section of the video, we're going to talk about the pros and cons. The pros of the Brn-180. The pros is versatile. 223 wild barrel, so you can shoot 223 and 5.56 ammo. You can do pretty much everything an AR-15 can. Short stroke gas piston system, so it's very reliable. Adjustable gas system, so if you're shooting suppressed or unsuppressed, you can do so. If you had a folding brace on here, you go ahead and fold this thing and shoot it folded and still have that reliability. Parts, for the most part, you can get all the parts for an AR-15 will work on here except for certain ones, you know. But you know, lights, lasers, optics, triggers, stocks, braces, sling points, all those will work on a Brn-180S. Familiarity, it's basically an AR-15 with a handle and a short stroke gas piston system. Besides that, it's honestly an AR-15, you know, so your controls and everything, how it feels, how it grips, and how you run an AR-15 works all for this. Alright, and so that's reliability. The cons, it's a 10.5, it's going to be loud. You shoot it at night, it's going to have a flash. Just what happens. Alright, parts. Besides, like all this stuff like I just mentioned, the proprietary parts. The parts that are most likely to really affect your firearm are proprietary to Brownells. That is the gas system and the bolt carrier. You know, those, either one of those two go down, you're gonna have to go to Brownells or get a whole nother Brn-180 system to either swap parts or just replace this upper completely. That's the only con about it. And two, I put it as a con, but it's honestly not really a con, but rate of fire. It does not shoot as fast as a AR-15. Now I've taken my AR over here and this to the range to see, you know, how fast can I get like 3 rounds out. And definitely a direct gas impingement AR-15 shoots faster. Than this. Is this that slow? No, but it is a little bit slower than a standard DI AR-15. So if you care about just chunking out rounds as fast as possible, you might not like this as much. If you really don't care, then alright, this will be fine for you. Alright, so all in all, the Brn-180 is a great buy, y'all. If you happen to come across one or one's available, I would not have any qualms about buying one of these. You're buying a very reliable system, and it's accurate, it's on point, it's going to do everything you need it to do, and at the same time it makes you stand out a bit. You know, people look at it like, I've seen an AR-15, but that does not look like an AR-15. What is that? So definitely is a looker when I bring it out to the range or when I do security with it, or just have it out. People always are, what is that? What is that? I've never seen anything like that. So it's definitely a good conversation starter. But besides that, for life and liberty, home defense, truck use, this is what I use. You know, this is what goes in my vehicle. This is what goes with me security when I travel throughout Florida or go outside of Florida. I take this baby girl with me. And so eventually I'm gonna take off this muzzle device and I'm gonna get me a YHM muzzle device flash hider, and then I'm gonna suppress this, and this is definitely gonna be my road dog. Run around my 10.5 suppressed. The PDW brace is fine, I like it, but I probably will end up getting like one of those JMac folding braces, because I have the triangle folder right here. For this, I don't like it. It wiggles. Like, so you get behind it, it wiggles, and that is not, that's not ideal to me. I hated it, took it off. And so this has been on here. But besides that, I think it's good to go, y'all. If you're looking to buy one, definitely I would not have any qualms about not getting one. It's good, reliable, does what you need it to do. Alright, So besides that, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully you enjoyed taking a look at this Brn-180S upper. They have other models of this Brn-180. Pull it up right now. They have a Brn-180S and the 300 blackout. They have a 10.5, which is what this is, in 223 wild. They have a 16-inch in 223 wild and an 18.5-inch in 223 wild. So now if you want a backpack 300 blackout, you can get one. If you want a 10.5 CQB BRN, you can get that. If you want a 16-inch fighting rifle or an 18.5-inch DMR rifle, they have those models out there for you guys, so check it out. Besides that, guys, thank you for watching the video. Stay safe, stay dangerous. LocsNLoad out.